Good morning and welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. Yay! Sing the song. Do it.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Back. Yeah.
Thank you.
Nazino's back, people.
Yes, indeed. And it feels so good. Well, time is slow when you wait. Time is fast when you're late. Hey, we cannot become what we want by remaining what we are. Good morning and welcome to the brand new Monday edition here for Wake Up Nigeria. And it feels good to be back.
Yes, so it actually feels great to have you back. Magnificent, magical Monday. That's what today is. We can expect some more life tips, or maybe one or two more
Perhaps.
from Mazino moving forward. And hopefully this is going to be a victorious week for us all.
Absolutely. We are going to give you what you need to be victorious. This week we have come out swinging in high spirits and smiles across all our faces, hoping to be the right dosage of family entertainment that you are looking for.
And we're driven to make that impression. We appreciate the fact that you give us that chance this Monday, and this entire show has been specifically curated just for you.
Absolutely. Now, first of all, how was your weekend? Hope you had a blast.
Yes, I did the whole rest at home thing.
Okay.
I was chilling, watching TV, eating some healthy food.
Nice.
Just making sure I got the rest I need.
I did a whole lot more than that, people, but I'll let you guys know when we get inside the swing of the show. The clock is ticking and the time, well, it waits for no one. So without wasting too much time, let's get the ball rolling. My name, of course, you know already, is Mazino Appeal.
And I'm Titilayo Oyin. So remember, you can use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms to be a part of the best breakfast show on Nigerian TV.
And remember, you can also watch us live from absolutely anywhere you might be in the world through our mobile app that you can download from Google Play Store and on iOS.
Yeah. Please make sure you're following us. By now, if you're not, just go online and look us up on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, all at TVC Connect.
Yeah, before we let you guys know what exactly is up for the show, Mr. Mike Mescano is inside the kitchen looking all dapper for a Monday morning. Mr. Mike, how you doing?
What's good, man?
Hey!
All right.
Yeah, very cold Monday morning. Did it rain at your end?
Yeah.
It
Rained
did.
everywhere, actually.
Okay, well, it's
Very
going to be...
funny weather it's been since yesterday. It was very windy, and then you'd think it was going to rain. It didn't. Waited till nighttime, and it was like a secret rain because you didn't know it was actually raining.
Secret rain?
Yeah. Something like that. All right, let's let them know what's happening for today then.
Well, that's not a secret. We have on Mondays a lot of motivation for you, and we like to begin our week that way. We're looking at creating profitable products and services, simple marketing methods, something to make sales with. We need some sales this August.
Yes, indeed.
We do. Ayo Basi is going to be with us, certified cosmetic formulator, perfumer, herbologist, and much more. He's going to be here talking business. We also have the air of brain cracking a little later on. Who wants to be a millionaire? The latest edition highlights. We'll be talking about them soon.
And for a Monday performance here, we have Afro-pop sensation Alozie Elochukwu, popularly known as Les Count, joining us for some music.
And on SME, we have Margaret Aqua, an entrepreneur, shoemaker, and someone who has this amazing brand called Meg Footwears. She's going to be joining us a little later on to tell us how she's been able to make urban footwear at an affordable price.
Good morning to everybody. Good morning to you, Winfried.
Good morning.
Did I miss you? I did.
You know you did. You're back looking sharp, by the way.
Well, thank you very
I
much.
appreciate the suit and the socks.
I'll stop, Winfried.
No, go ahead.
No, don't.
I know that's what he's trying to say, but it's
Incidentally, just last night, I was rounding up, it was, what now? Kung Fu Panda, Dragon Knight, and you know how Po can be.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of, just stop, don't tell me.
Okay.
No, continue. So that was just what I remember. How do you guys, what were you guys doing this weekend?
I had the most amazing weekend. For the first time in my life, I went on leave.
Okay.
Yes. After 18 years of media.
Wow.
Honestly, it felt like the very first time I've ever been on leave. And I took advantage. I spent my first week with a friend who came over from Abuja. And then after that, the next week I spent with all family. And then this weekend, I actually went on a trip all by myself, a lone rider, across Nigeria up to Ekiti. It was fantastic. I enjoyed it.
Wow.
Very interesting tales about the Nigerian police, but let's not start.
Wow.
How about you?
Me, I took your advice from last week
Oh,
on getting some rest. You know, I had about 2 or 3 events.
What happened
lined
to
up.
that billionaire?
I don't mind.
Everything can
airport
be
anymore.
done online. Online thing.
I feel you.
But in the end, getting rest was so important. I feel a lot more refreshed this morning.
It is. I want to.
Yeah.
If I could, I would visit a sleep therapist. I sleep well, by the way. But you see, at times sleeping is not just enough. There is something called quality of sleep.
Yeah.
That also matters. So yeah, for the weekend there was football. I wanted to do some stuff. It didn't happen, so I stayed back at home. I went out. Someone stood me up.
Who is she? Where's who?
I said,
Wow, where was her name? Let's call her up now.
It wasn't a stand up like that. It was not a she, by the way.
It's,
But so I came back and spent it yesterday evening for the last game. I told my guys catfish pepper soup,
Nice.
football match.
Wow. Good.
It was lovely.
It's okay that we weren't invited. Thank you very much. Man. It's all right.
Whoever you are.
I'm sure you had a very fun time this weekend as well.
Oh, I absolutely did. Yeah, more work, more rest. More work than rest, though.
In any case.
This is the news on Wake Up Nigeria. I am Mike Messikeno. Troops of Operation Hadin Kai in the northeast have rescued another Chibok girl and 3 others in Borno State. In a statement by the Nigerian Army on its Facebook page, the Chibok schoolgirl was rescued with her 4-year-old child at Bama local government, while 3 others were rescued at Mungunu local government. President of Nigerian Army Officers Wives Association, Salamatu Yahaya, donated relief materials and financial support to the rescued victims. The General Officer commanding 7th Division, Major General Waidu Shuaibu, disclosed that 2 of the girls were abducted this year, while 12-year-old Hawa has been in captivity since she was an infant. In April 2014, Boko Haram terrorists kidnapped 276 female students from a government girls' secondary school in Chibok, Borno State. Now, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has uncovered at least 442 parcels of crystal meth concealed in heads of fish packed in cartons for export to Dubai through the Sako shed of Lagos Airport. The 11.90 kg consignment was brought in by a freight agent from Kogi State, who was arrested upon the discovery that the 7 cartons he presented for export contained parcels of dangerous drugs. According to the spokesman of the agency, Femi Babafemi, another consignment containing 1.45 kilograms of cannabis was also intercepted by operatives of the NDLEA. A 50-year-old was also arrested in Enugu for ingesting 77 pellets of cocaine. Now, outside Nigeria, at least 41 people have been killed and 14 others injured in a church fire in the city of Giza. Egypt's health ministry earlier said several people were killed in the fire at the Abu Sifin Coptic Church and that ambulances transferred at least 55 injured people to local hospitals. According to a police statement on initial investigation, pointed to an electrical short circuit. 15 fire engines were dispatched to the scene to put out the flames while ambulances ferried the casualties to nearby hospitals. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has spoken by phone with the Coptic Christian Pope Tawadros II to offer his condolences. Interior Ministry said it received a report on the fire at 9 a.m. local time and that they found out that the blaze broke out in an air conditioner in the building's 2nd story. The ministry, which oversees police and firefighters, blamed an electrical short circuit for the fire, which produced huge amounts of smoke. For now, we'll take this recess. Don't go anywhere. When we get back, it's the headlines in the dailies.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at what's happening on the covers of the newspapers this morning. We're starting with The Guardian. Today's Monday, 15th of August, 2022. Only 6 out of 54 auto assembly plants running below capacity. Stakeholders list Forex inconsistencies, policies as challenges. We have since converted our staff in assembly plants to after sales, says CFAO DMD. Just beneath the masthead there, it says returnee excretes 77 wraps of cocaine at Enugu Airport. It also says here, stop prolonged audits, inaugurate NDDC board, unionists tell Buhari. Flood kills 50, displaces hundreds in Jigawa. And right beneath the photo story there, it says aspirants drag APC over refund of nomination fees as party expels Umahi's opponent. That's what we have on the cover of The Guardian. We have the Punch newspaper with us as well. Economic crisis. Nigeria's 9 trillion naira oil revenue threatened. Federal government blames theft. Oil production crashes by over 28 million barrels. Government misses revenue target. Curb oil theft. Cut recurrent expenditure to avoid bankruptcy. Expert tells federal government. And 18 terminal operators owe federal government $753 million. That's 1.61 billion naira, says AGF. Beside the masthead there, it says raid bushes, uncompleted buildings. IG orders policemen. Page 10 has more on that. Caution your supporters. Police warn presidential candidates, others. And right at the top there, 7-month cashless transactions rise 41%, hit 210 trillion naira. Let's see what else we have here. Monkeypox spreads to 27 states. Cases now number 172. And find Mapoli students killers. Abiodun orders police and others. That's what we have on the cover of The Punch. We have the Nation newspaper with us as well. It says here, IG raises alarm over plot to attack public facilities. DCO abducted in Abia. Gunmen invade school, kill teacher in Nasarawa. Beneath the masthead there, it says customs intercepts 234 tons of fertilizer at Nigeria-Cameroon border. Page 6 has more on that. Southeast, South youths begin mobilization for Tinubu, it says here. It also says at the top, Ondo, Edo, 3 others record 13 new Lassa fever cases. 18 terminal operators owe federal government $753 million. And finally, kidnap kingpin Wadume, others get 7-year jail term. Page 6 has more on that. And that's all we have time for on the headlines in the Daily.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome back. Yeah, so I saw something over the weekend, last week into this week, and trends get a number of us maybe smiling, but this one really got me pissed, and a number of people also.
Yeah.
This trend about parents or guardians or maybe elder people in the family lock kids in a room, turn on this filter, and then run out and lock the door. And then this filter has this ghoulish apparition that comes up behind them, and then the room is dark, and then it has this eerie soundtrack. And so the ghoulish apparition plus the eerie soundtrack comes together for something that should not be.
So the intent is to scare the kids.
Yeah, and then get the reaction and put it to make people laugh on social media. How silly can you be? How silly we've seen a lot of crazy stuff, but you see, even the physical, we've seen people, I mean, remember the Crate Challenge and all that stuff. We've seen physical stupidity. But this one now is the kind that it will pay back.
Of course, definitely. It's going to leave trauma.
In no way, nobody should come and, like, it doesn't even make any sense. There are some sides, I don't even see the second side of the coin. Because there are things I remember, few things, I've grown out of them that traumatized me as a kid. And it could have been just an incident that you think, oh, it's nothing. But that thing, that child could probably carry for years. And then you see the reaction of some of those kids. What if they injure themselves? And then you lock the door so you don't know what's happening. What if they injure themselves? And there are times when they are siblings, and then one reacts to the other one and all of that. Oh, we see the one that, oh, this guy is gangster, he's taking a drink and all that. But how does this even make sense to you as a parent?
Well, I hope it's not something that catches on here in Nigeria. If it does, I think Nigerian kids actually aren't too scared of stuff like that. But when you talk about stuff that affect you as an adult from trauma that you experienced as a kid, it's very founded. I can't pin one or two, but I know that the reason why I'm the way I am is because of things that I experienced as a kid.
Exactly.
I never saw horror movies until I was about 28. Because I had seen one as a kid and it really traumatized me and it was very bad. I couldn't sleep in the dark for years. I couldn't.
Wow.
It really affected me, and it was The Thing.
The Thing.
The Thing.
That was the name of the movie.
From back in the 80s or 70s, late 70s. But
that was a really, really
it was.
one,
at that time, I shouldn't have seen it. I don't know why my brother made me see it. But it affected my life for a very long time. To the extent that after I got over it, my sense of fear was no more. I remember one time in school, there was an explosion and I was standing right there and everybody else was gone. I'm like, where's everybody? Because my sense of fear was gone. And that's bad because I could have been hurt.
Yeah, because fear is actually supposed to be, it's your body's way of responding,
Exactly.
Reacting to certain situations to protect yourself, fight or flight, so to speak. But I'm just wondering, first of all, about parents that jump on every trend. It's not every trend you jump on. There's some things that culturally don't apply here. But there were some really scary things from back in the day. Like, I remember Mike talking about Willy Willy sometime back in, you know, and there are some things that...
Yep, Lady Gaga.
So, you know, it was Thriller. It was Michael Jackson's Thriller for me. I couldn't, I didn't like cinemas. Because of
I still don't like cinemas.
Cinemas, how dark cinemas are. If a cinema is completely empty, I am freaked out.
So Thriller had that,
It
you know.
had an... Yeah.
Of course, I love MJ. I loved him. I
Yes.
still love him. But, you know, Thriller was on the edge.
Yes.
But for me, the one was really, really hot cash.
I think
What that thing did to me, what that thing did to me, like for years, you know, and what would happen was that there was a particular time when I would be alone. There's one particular time I was alone in the house, and the program started, and the TV was loud. And I heard this soundtrack.
Oh, my God.
Dear Lord. You know the soundtrack now. Dun, dun, dun,
Was it even the
dun,
soundtrack?
dun,
It
dun,
was just compilation of-
and so the only way to not hear it is to rush to the TV and turn it on.
But then even turning off the TV became a problem with that movie, The Ring, because there was something coming out of the
TV.
So even to turn the TV off became a problem. Like, there's some things that
so,
follow you till
like
adulthood.
4 years back, and a station was doing a throwback of the old shows. And I saw Willy Willy's face again.
And it still had a reaction.
Good thing I don't remember what Willy Willy looks like. Anyways, yeah, I think I had similar experiences growing up. Being the last born, my siblings found joy in scaring me.
Yeah, me
so
too.
that was a situation of, okay, you know, when they take the light and then they put the white bedsheet over them and come as big weird sounds. And yeah, all those kind of things were actually really scary. And they actually, I don't know, it just leaves that. But yeah, I think at the point, I kind of got over it and just knew that.
Get
okay,
over it. It's
that's
like a seesaw. Woo!
Yeah.
I
Eventually.
almost spilled. You get over it and it's a seesaw. And when that happens is that it goes the extreme way.
Yeah.
Everything goes
Yeah.
absolutely like...
Yep.
Yeah, it goes.
So it's not so many times it's happened, but we are all condemning it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. You
Please.
could mess up a kid's life
It's not
mentally. You
necessary.
can mess up their future.
Yeah.
There's
And
a
there's-
lot you could do. Don't do that. Don't do that.
And there's more to life than trending on social media and
Exactly.
chasing clouds. Like,
And they're making
crazy.
fun of your children. Your children will remember you for doing that.
No, they won't remember you.
But by the way, big shout out to that gangster.
The gangster kid, yeah?
Wow.
He's Nigerian.
I think that was actually set up, to be honest. I think that was
Okay.
just set up.
We still got more coming your way. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. Let me drink my coffee.
Welcome back. You're still watching Wake Up Nigeria, and we're here in the kitchen. It's a beautiful Monday morning, and with me here is Chef Adex. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good.
Okay, so now we're here, and we have a number of ingredients lined up here. What exactly are we making now?
Yeah, we are making breakfast tostada.
Breakfast tostada.
Tostada.
Alrighty, so what exactly do we need to bring this dish to life?
Yeah, we just need to make this fresh tomato, avocado. Then this is refried
I was trying to pour that in here. That was what? Refried what?
beans with plantain.
Beans. Okay, interesting. So
So
it's
I did-
beans. Tell me, how did you make that? How did you put that together?
Okay, this is just beans that you boil with garlic, onion. Then once you are done boil, because we call it refried.
Refried.
So once it's done, so you need to put another pan on fire. Then you add olive oil, minced garlic, minced onion. Then you now refry the beans. So after refry, you have to put it back in the blender, then puree it, or you mash it.
Or you mash it. Okay. All right. And
But
then,
usually made with pinto beans. It's a Mexican beans.
is it those tiny
No,
ones?
no, it's long and it's a bit bigger.
Oh, it's bigger.
Yeah, so
okay.
it's colored beans.
Colored
so, but I
beans.
decided to use our normal.
Our
which is
normal
honey beans.
honey beans. Okay, interesting. Okay, so what else do we have here for this dish?
No, we just have the lemon. This is onion, lettuce, then parsley for garnish.
Parsley for garnish. So tell me, how exactly are we preparing this? What's the preparatory method for this dish?
Yeah, the first thing we are going to do is just to chop the tomato, then the onion, then mince our garlic, then chop the lettuce.
Okay.
Then this one, all we need to do, this one is already made, so we just need to warm it up.
Just need to warm it up, and then all of that is going into?
On the bread. This is a tortilla bread, but I decided to make this, which is flat potato bread.
Okay.
I made it myself.
You made it from scratch. Now tell me, how did you make that?
Yeah, it's very easy. So all you need to do is just get your sweet potato, salt, olive oil, all-purpose flour or wheat flour.
Okay.
Then you are good.
How did you put it together?
Yeah, so once you add after the potato is being cooked, then you mash it up. Once the potato is being mashed, you add your flour, salt, and the olive oil. Oh, wow. Then you knead it for about 4 minutes. So once you are done kneading it, you just need to keep it to rest for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Then you now use your rolling pin and flatten it. Then you cut it into round shapes.
And
then you toast it in the pan, non-stick pan.
Oh, you toast it. You don't even bake it. You toast it.
No, you don't.
So this is bread that is actually potato.
Yes.
That's very interesting. And in case you don't know, sweet potato is actually very nutritious. It's really, really good for us. So this morning, we are basically eating sweet potato and beans.
Exactly.
But in a funkified way. I definitely would love to see what this comes out looking like. So yeah, we're definitely going to be there. So you said we're going to start with slicing of tomato. Okay, so let's probably start with that. You have oil in here. What type of oil? Is that a particular type of oil?
Olive oil.
Okay, olive oil. Can we use any other type of oil?
Well, any other oil is fine. It
olive
could
oil.
be canola oil, vegetable oil.
So where did you come about this dish?
That is a medical dish. So, I went to a catering school now, so...
You said okay, so this is actually one of the things you learned how to make. So what role does the avocado play in here?
The avocado, so we are going to cut it after cutting the avocado. So once we are done assembling everything on the flat bread, then you just slice the avocado on the side of it.
Okay, so it's more of like garnishing for that. So are we also going to turn this into so it looks like
No, it's not going to look like taco because this is what is it called, tostada. It simply means fried tortilla bread.
Okay.
So or toasted one.
So it's just going to be flat like that. Oh, okay. Are we going to double it? Are we going to put another one on it?
No,
it's going to be open.
It's going to be open.
How will I eat it? That's just what I'm thinking about. Anyways, in case you're just joining us, we're making breakfast tostadas. And the ingredients we have right there on the screen, in case you want to try it out, we have salt, we have eggs, we have lemon, we have vegetable oil, we have black pepper, we have fresh parsley, we have ripe avocado, we have fresh tomatoes, sweet potato bread, refried beans, and plantain. I think for me, for this particular dish, this is actually the most interesting thing. There's actually so much we can actually do, with our ingredients that we have, locally here. And I think this is a very creative dish. So yeah, continue with what you're doing. Right. And while we actually head over to the couch, I'm with Titi for an interview.
Welcome back. Now, Winfrey is getting underway in the kitchen with the chef. Now, we have to get underway with our motivation for this week. Today, we're going to be looking at creating profitable products and services, plus some simple marketing methods to make sales. Now, making sales is very, very important, especially this time in the year. Summer is here. The kids are all at home. Back to school will be here very soon. So we have Ayo Basi, a certified cosmetic formulator, perfumer, herbologist, and she has over 10 years experience in cosmetic product formulation. She's also a consultant when it comes to building businesses. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so now everyone believes they have a great product. Everybody believes that they have something to sell, but they're not really making that many sales. It could be for a number of reasons, but I have a feeling you have some clients you've worked with. So what are the first things you look at in a person's business when they approach you for some help?
Okay, so when they approach me for sales, I look into everything about their business. First of all, the products they're selling.
Okay.
What they want, the sales they want to increase, what are you selling? Secondly, who are you selling to?
Okay.
And why are you selling? So these are the things I always look at first, because once you get those things right, then it'll be an easy sell.
Okay.
But most people struggle because they don't know the exact products they are selling, like the solution the product is providing.
Okay.
And they don't understand their target audience. You see a lot of people selling to everybody, and that's a problem because you can't be everything to everybody. And another thing that is missing is, why are you selling? There are lots of people selling whatever you're selling, so why is yours different?
Okay.
So these are the things I look into first of all before, fixing the sales problem.
So let's look at some of those bullet points that you raised just now. Some of the bullet points you raised are very simple, but they might eventually become complicated, especially when you talk about target audience. So the target audience for the average cosmetic brand, I believe, should be females, right? Between a certain age, from a certain age to a certain age, right? What more is there to look at with my target audience?
Well, it shouldn't be females only.
Okay.
Men use products.
Okay.
The thing is, whenever they say cosmetic products, they forget that everybody uses personal care products. Everybody had their bath today.
Okay.
So they had to use soap and they had to moisturize their skin. Men, women, older,
Younger.
So first you have to decide, who am I going to serve?
Okay.
It can be older women, it can be men, it can be, who?
Could be young people.
It could be young people as well.
So how do I know when I've got the product right for that audience? Because you're saying it needs to fulfill a need, or it has to, what was the term you used?
It has to solve a problem.
Solve a problem.
Yeah. So the easiest trick, what I always do is, once I understand the target audience, I do a little survey and see what their problems are.
Okay.
For example, let's look at men. Most people don't consider them when they're creating cosmetic products.
Okay.
What do men want? They just want to have their bath, come out of the bathroom, probably dress up and go.
Okay.
Yeah. So you need to think about a product. And generally, for skincare, for example, everybody needs to cleanse, tone, moisturize. So an expert will think of a product that will do everything.
Okay.
And so once they just have their bath, they moisturize, do all of that, and dress up.
Okay.
So now if a guy finds a product like that, that does everything, makes the person look very flawless, and he only has to use maybe 2 products,
Okay.
he's good. So at that point, you have a very irresistible product, unlike a long range that you have to do this, do that for guys. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So how do you know when you've got that irresistible product? How can I be sure? So for instance, I did a little survey last week. I have this body oil that I'm trying to push, and I pushed it out to some of my colleagues in the office, and they gave me honest opinions.
Okay.
Some felt the fragrance wasn't okay. Some didn't really like the color of the oil. Some didn't like the label. How do I know when I have that irresistible product?
Okay, so in this case, you would have to have a muse.
Okay.
Like a kind of, maybe a woman, a particular type of woman that would use this kind of product.
Okay.
Now you work with the kind of fragrance she would like, the kind of color she would like, the kind of packaging she would like.
So this is research.
It's research.
Okay.
Yeah.
So possibly, I'm just, throwing things in the air here. Maybe women are more attracted to maybe lilac or pink colored products.
Yeah.
So I go for that.
You go for that.
Okay.
And the fragrance too.
Fragrances that are more attractive to women.
To women.
Find them out.
Yeah.
But then am I not putting myself in a box?
Exactly. That's what a lot of people think. But the thing is, once you are a leader to a group, everybody else receives you. Because once you are the go-to for a particular group, they keep buying from you. Once you introduce something else, because of the trust that you have from that group, it'll be easy to sell everything else.
Okay. But there is that terrible word. It's not really terrible. I guess it's one of those words that frighten business owners. Competition. It feels like everybody has a good product, or maybe not a great product, but a good enough product for that same target market. So how do you stand out?
That it still goes back to what they're struggling with. So, for example, you said body oil.
Yeah, go ahead.
They said body oil. So it could be that some body oils are too heavy or some are too light.
Okay.
So once you find the gap, you create your product to, fit that gap.
Okay.
So because of that, they will buy your product, even if they have others on their shelf.
I have to say thank you to you. You've definitely helped me clarify a few things. So it's all about the target market. These women that you want to sell to, or men that you want to sell to, what do they do? What do they like? What colors are they attracted to? What need are you fulfilling for them? Hopefully we've helped you think about some questions you need answered. We'll be having more motivation with you soon enough. Yes, thank you so much once again for joining us.
Thank you.
We still have so much more coming your way. This is Wake Up Nigeria.
All right, we're still here in the kitchen with Chef Adex. He literally actually went on a quick break so that he can show you guys exactly what he's doing here. Remember, we're making breakfast tostada, but then again, this is a mix because I think this is a Mexican dish.
Afro fusion.
Just like the Afro fusion of it.
Yeah, ingredient
and hours. Amazing. Okay, so I love when chefs actually do that. So now you wanted to show us exactly how to make sunny side up, right? So yeah. So what is the tip? First of all, what are the tips?
The first thing, usually make use of a non-stick pan.
Okay.
So after that, then you just add in a little bit of olive oil.
Okay.
So that it doesn't get sticky. But if you are making use of non-stick pan that is new, so just a little bit of olive oil. Or you can make use of butter as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So all you need to do is just to crack the egg. Then you just...
Directly over it.
Yes. Gently.
Okay.
That's all.
See how your yolk just decided to...
Then just add a little bit of
salt. A pinch of salt to taste. Okay.
Then the black pepper.
You know, Nigerians, we like pepper in everything, so it's very necessary.
You just wait for it to get set. Normally, some people prefer the yolk running. But yeah,
Nigeria, we don't. We like ours well done.
You just have to cook it perfectly.
So how do you flip it to get that perfect?
Yeah, so you just wait for it. Like when you look at it, it's almost getting ready. So you just get your spatula, then you just
gently lift it.
So that it doesn't get cracked. The pan is becoming sticky.
It's becoming sticky, yeah.
So you just have to be very
careful so it doesn't scatter.
Exactly.
And then lift it all around. And flip so the yolk gets cooked properly.
Exactly.
Amazing. Okay, so like what exactly do we have in that pan? I see.
Okay, this is the refried beans.
The refried beans. Okay.
Well, I did it our style, not their own style.
Okay, so what did you do here now?
Okay, so here the beans I made it yesterday in order to save time. So all you need to do, just put it on hot water on fire. So once the water gets boiled, you add your beans.
Okay.
So once it boils for like 2 minutes, then you throw away the
water, yes.
Then you
boil
transfer
again.
back the beans on the fire.
Okay.
Add the garlic, onion, then until the beans is perfectly
cooked. Yes.
So after you strain the beans, after the beans is being strained, then you chop onion, garlic, then you add olive oil in another pan. Then you now stir fry the onion
and garlic, and now
about 2 minutes. Transfer back
the beans. And then mash it.
Exactly.
And
add salt.
All of it.
Add the plantain also, right?
Add everything you want to add. Anyways, we literally have a long way to go in this meal. I mean, I think everything is almost ready, right? And we have to literally go right now for a quick break. Of course, you know it's the top of the hour. And when we come back, we'll be starting all over again.
And you're welcome back.
Yeah.
We've experienced a brilliant 1 hour, and we welcome you to the second half of the most exciting breakfast show on Nigerian television.
And we are believing that you've had a great time with us so far. It's always so far so good in this particular neighborhood. And wait till you get a load of what we have for the next hour.
Well, absolutely. Nothing spells a great week ahead than starting the right way. And how best can you do that? Yeah, that's by joining us here, and hopefully we have motivated you enough already. We've still got another hour, so there's plenty of motivation to go still.
Wherever you find yourself doubting how far you can go, just remember how far you've actually come. We've already done motivation.
Yeah,
so virtually
it's okay.
Already leapt forward.
A few nuggets is not bad. Let's still keep adding it in there. My name is, of course, Mazino Appeal.
And I'm Titilaya Oyinson. You can use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms to be a part of the best breakfast show on TV.
Yes, indeed. Now we're going to be letting you guys know exactly what's up for the rest of the next 1 hour here. Just stick around, but do remember that you can follow us across all social media platforms at TVC Connect. Let them know.
Yeah, we're also on GoTV, channel 27, and of course UHF channel 49. The excitement remains in the air as we check out the latest edition of the brain-cracking Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Musical performance today, we have Afro-pop sensation Alozie Elochukwu, popularly known as Les Scout, joining us for some music.
And on SME, we're joined by Margaret Akpa, an entrepreneur, shoemaker. She makes her shoes under the brand name Meg Footwears. She's going to be joining us to talk to us about how she's been able to make urban footwear at an affordable price. Yeah.
Welcome back, second hour here. Good going for sports, by the way.
Yeah.
Nice one.
I feel like every day the women are just making us proud.
Yes,
Yeah.
so.
I don't know, maybe someday we should just try and just have a female president just for trial's sake.
Just for trial.
Let's just see what will happen to this country.
I,
you
feel
never
like,
can
I
tell.
feel like Nigeria will be a lot better.
Sometime. But yeah, the women, you know, just last night, the Falconets on the 20 team defeated South Korea. They defeated France. It seemed like it was like a movie, you know. If you know anything about the odds, the odds for them to win was about 14 to 1.
Oh, wow.
That means that they were 14 times unlikely to win.
And you knew that and you didn't bet.
But I don't.
You don't do those things. We don't.
We don't do that here.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
God, may the odds forever
You
be
know,
in your
in your favor. But if you're up against all odds, come on, that's when you have to stand up and fight back. That motivation is money, man.
And we're rating motivation, I
A
guess.
big shout out to Aziza Toshuala, the first African woman to ever be nominated for the the Ballon d'Or, which is for the European Footballer of the Year for women, and it is a big one coming off. I saw this, and maybe it was funny. Did you see? It was what's her name now, Toby Amusa with the machete. Someone photoshopped and said, "This is chasing your the machete. This is not just a runner; she's a hodler. So jumping over this doesn't make sense." But
How do you get nominated for Ballon d'Or? Now, first off, she's not the first female to be nominated.
No.
But she is the first African.
First African, yes.
First
So there's a
African.
Ballon d'Or for the male and Ballon d'Or for the female. So these are just, so what happens is that the nomination is about 30 of the best female footballers who ply their trade in Europe. It used to be in Europe. And she plays for Barcelona women. She was a highest goal scorer, even though she didn't start so much. But getting that nomination in the best of the best, that is a very big.
That's solid.
Yeah.
Super solid.
The ladies.
Yes.
Thank you.
It is. Well done.
Wow.
Well, I remember meeting her once, and I thought she was a very, very likable and personable person.
Okay.
She's just not like a superstar. She's the girl next door.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There was a video of her when there was a gunshot somewhere, and I think she was at the home, and the way she took off. Messi Keno, and it's the news once again on Wake Up Nigeria. Now, residents of Jigawa have been forced to take refuge in temporary camps and other places, including government facilities, as flood ravaged parts of the state. Executive Secretary of the State Emergency Management Agency, Sani Yusuf, confirmed that 50 persons have died and many others displaced in the incident. Some of the victims are from Balangu village, where no fewer than 237 houses were destroyed, with 4 persons dead. Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Sadiya Umar, visited Jigawa to distribute relief materials. She was in the state alongside the Director General of National Emergency Management Agency, Mustafa Habib. And away from Jigawa, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has uncovered at least 442 parcels of crystal meth concealed in heads of fish packed in cartons for export to Dubai through the Sako shed of the Lagos airport. The 11.90 kg consignment was brought in by a freight agent from Kogi State, who was arrested upon discovery that the 7 cartons he presented for export contained parcels of the dangerous drugs. According to spokesman of the agency, Femi Babafemi, another consignment containing 1.45 kilograms of cannabis was also intercepted by operatives of the NDLEA. Also, a 50-year-old was arrested in Enugu for ingesting 77 pellets of cocaine. Now to news outside Nigeria. Flooding caused by torrential rains in Sudan have killed at least 52 persons and destroyed thousands of homes. More than 5,000 houses have been totally destroyed and 2,862 damaged across the country. Other public facilities, shops, and agricultural lands were also damaged. North and South Kordofan states River Nile State, and South Darfur were amongst the most affected across Sudan. In a report, the UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs estimated that around 38,000 people across Sudan had been affected by rains and floods since the start of rainy season. Heavy rains usually fall in Sudan between May and October, and the country faces severe flooding every year, wrecking properties, infrastructure, and crops. That's all that we can take on the news this morning.
That was an answer I would have gotten. I would have gotten that one.
This was just the... which kind of friends? So the people you call...
Don't be angry.
No, I'm not angry.
That phone a friend is very important.
It is
you should
important.
Think about it in your life.
Because, okay, now you do a video, so I like it, you get somebody. So you have to think about it.
Yeah.
Just so there's a way some people answer. They say phone a friend. It might not be a friend. We just look for somebody that you know that have sense.
It's not a matter of sense, to be honest. There are some questions that are actually quite simple here that we don't all know. I think some people might have knowledge in like a whole lot of other areas, but in specifics, they're not necessarily
I agree with you,
knowledgeable about that.
There's a way somebody would answer you. Look,
Yeah.
look, we don't know.
That guy
a
looks
lot of them I
smart,
don't know,
Mike.
but you
He looks smart, but he ain't
it's
smart. Might not be.
It's deductive analysis. When you put it there, put it founding father of what? First of all, it cannot be Afghanistan because that is not even found. They've been fighting for God.
Still in turmoil even up until now.
They cannot have been founding father. So if you're talking about a founding father of something, it has to be something that is notable.
Great.
Something that people strive to. Look at those countries. Which of them? Like what I'm saying is that even if you don't know, there are some things that
Deduction
if you are
should tell you.
deduction, so that you give person, okay, I'm not sure, but I think you put two and two together.
I'll tell you something about yesterday's edition. I like the questions in yesterday's edition because they were very educative.
Yeah, they were. Exactly.
The Naira note one, Naira and Kobo, 1973. Didn't get to see the answer, but it's actually 1973. Fun fact here is that Winfrey never saw a coin in her
No,
life.
you never did. So
You
for
ever see
me,
a coin?
remember that the
Nigerian
coin.
coin.
The coin
Yeah,
always used to have
Mike is
1973.
saying something important.
Always. So every coin I picked out, I was like, why is there 1973? When I saw the options, I knew it had to be 1973 because it was always under there.
What was the birth date of
So
the
I
person's face
remember
that was on the
it.
That was on the face.
So I can remember the covered coin had an ear of corn on it.
Yeah.
Had an ear of corn.
That was
That's the
one
newer
Naira.
one.
That was the newer one?
Yes, that's the newer 50 kobo.
That was, I think,
That had
1991 after
Yes,
the
that was
notes
a
were
new one,
were
50
made.
kobo.
90
The octagon. 50
Hello.
kobo was the octagon. That was not a coin per se because it was an octagon. The other ones were round. 50 kobo was the octagon.
Yeah.
I think in 1984 there was the introduction of the 50 kobo notes and I think one Naira.
Yeah, but then it was not
And
the
then it
octagon.
was-
The octagon was in
became
the
a
90s.
coin in the 90s. I think
Yeah,
1991.
the octagon. So it was eight-sided.
50
We've
kobo, yes.
established
50 kobo.
how
It's
old
sided.
It's
both
like Mike
Mike
actually
and
works in a
Razino
print.
Yeah, that's not the sense we have. Because people that are older than us, they don't have this sense.
Wow. But it's very important to keep in touch with some aspects of history like that.
It's really nostalgia
Yeah.
for me, I'll tell you
Yeah,
what.
it is.
My uncle used to give me 15 Naira to go buy him a beer.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
So I remember that 15 Naira. He Uncle, you abused me, Sha. So I remember walking, with the bottle. You had to go with a bottle. And
Yes.
Okay.
Nylon bag.
And there you go, and all of that.
But the point here is, it was 50 kobo back then. 50 kobo. It's wow.
There's a whole, let's not just even start there. I remember seeing this, it was a tabular view of how the Naira had, went against the dollar from the year I was born. You don't want to believe how much it was.
It was under.
The year I was born.
It was under, wasn't it?
Hi.
How much was it?
No, I'm not just saying, some people now know the year. But man.
Anyhow, Winfrey.
Nice edition
What
of
is Nigeria?
It was.
Yeah, it
love
was. Definitely was.
Wish they had won some more money though.
Yeah, perhaps.
So that be careful the friends
That you
call.
Yeah, that you call. And maybe I used this as the host earlier, so Frank would definitely have gotten that one.
I still don't understand what you put, but I mean, I get it.
I will not
because
call you
he
Danny. I will not put you as my friend.
chill, whatever. I don't even care. My point is that even he didn't know the answer, and that's why there's an option to call a friend. It's not in all situations that somebody must know a particular answer. I just feel like if they ask me if it's a sports game, I know it's Mike. I would call it if it's sports. You get some people are not just knowledgeable in certain things. That's what I think. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean the person
okay,
is
it's
not
okay.
smart.
Don't
That's
fight.
what I
don't fight.
feel.
Don't fight. Do we
Whatever.
have music? Do we have music?
Get out.
Have music.
Get that.
None of the music we have, please. And you are welcome. It's our final segment for today, on Monday. And of course, as expected, it's going to be all about SME. Today on SME, we are joined by Margaret Akwa, an entrepreneur and shoemaker. She makes her shoes under the brand name Meg Footwears, and she's here to tell us how she's been able to make urban footwear at an affordable price. Margaret, you are welcome, or should I say Meg Footwear? Yay!
David, Meg Footwear is better.
Well, good to have you here.
Thank you so
Nice.
much.
I see first off your products, and this is what we're going to talk about today.
Okay.
I'm always very, very delighted and excited when I see people who actually make things with their hands, crafts. My father always said that it is a very good thing to have a job and also still be able to make things with your hand, because you never can tell when that job comes. You know,
Yeah, of
might go.
course. Yeah.
What's been your experience making shoes for people in Nigeria, especially with your customers in mind, the kind of customers you have and what you want to make for design, especially for these customers?
Yeah, basically, sometimes most of my customers, they come with their own designs. But nevertheless, I still give them my own design. And you find out that sometimes these customers end up going for what I offer them.
Yeah.
And my experience so far, it's not been easy, I won't lie to you, but I've been able to pull through.
Okay.
For every project I start, I make sure I finish well.
Yeah, nice.
Yes, and the target audience so far has been, you know, men, male.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, okay, that's nice. So how long have you been been doing Meg Footwear?
As far as since 2016.
2016. Did
Yes.
you come from a different kind of job, or you just started out right after school, I'm just going to make footwear?
I made this dress as well.
Oh, so you're in the whole fashion business, I guess.
Yeah, jack of all trades,
Nice.
you may say. Yeah, so in 2015, I learned this. I went into fashion designing. And after this, a friend of mine made a suggestion and he said, why don't you just learn something?
Compliment.
Shoemaking, why? Why not something else? Shoemaking, really? He advised me and fine. I listened and I started.
So which one would you say has profited you more? Is it the dressmaking or the
Obviously,
shoemaking?
shoemaking.
Why is it that shoemaking is actually a big business?
It is because, of course, it's what everybody wants.
Everybody wears shoes.
Everybody wears shoes, and it's not just one person.
Yeah.
You see someone wearing this, of course, it's catchy.
Yeah, somebody else would want it.
There's always a referrer here and
That's
there.
very interesting. So
Yeah.
let's talk about that now.
Okay.
Referrals, your business, your clients. How do you meet them? How do you go about attracting new clients with your product?
Yeah, I'm on social media.
Nice.
I have an account also on Gigi.
What is it, this account?
Yeah, where I display my products. Yeah, and I get people who place orders. And presently, I'm working on something I want to send down to Côte d'Ivoire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have clients all over.
So you export your products as
I
well?
do.
Oh, I'm going to take a look at some of these products here. Now, this one's the one that catches my eye because it's rather simple.
Yes.
But it's the quality that actually makes it different. It doesn't look like something that you put together. It looks like something that came from a,
Machine process.
Exactly. This is by hand,
Yes.
is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Wow. That's very interesting. And you export these to other countries
Yes.
here in Africa. How about outside?
Outside.
Even outside of
Yes.
Africa. That's very interesting. Now, let's talk about branding, however. Have you started branding your products, and what are the effects that that has had on your clients?
Branding my products, the name itself, it's a brand for me. It's gone far. Yeah. And most people will just call and say, okay, I get your contact. Is this Meg? Oh, fine.
Nice.
I need samples. I want to do this. But still, just send me what you have and let me just make a choice.
Nice.
So the name alone, it's a brand.
Yeah.
It's gone
So
far.
people keep coming back. But what if a person wants 100 units and it's just you, Meg? Or do you have people who work with
I
you?
have people.
How many people?
I've got 7 apprentices.
Nice. So
Yes.
you're growing, you're training,
Yes.
got apprentices.
Yes. Yes.
That's very interesting. How long did it take you from starting shoemaking to getting here, where you have apprentice and such a big process going?
The apprenticeship thing started recently.
Nice. Okay.
For a long time, it's been me alone doing it.
Nice.
I remember the first, I learned this for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yes.
Just 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So even as I'm here now, I could be a good shoemaker in
Of
2 weeks.
course,
I could
yes.
come learn
Yes,
from you.
yes.
I'm coming.
I'll be waiting patiently.
Okay.
Yeah, for 2 weeks. And as time passes by, I had there was this constancy and persistency in me to learn more. I got my machine in the first week. I was always practicing whatever was stored back at the workshop. I'll come back home, start my machine. And then before I went for my compulsory 1-year youth service, I had to pay to learn how to build cover shoes and something like that, the half shoe.
I got something from what you said. So you started from even before your NYSC.
Yes, yes.
So this is all you've done since after NYSC.
Yes.
And it has profited you. You've made a living from it. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
And that's what I want anybody out there to also take note of. Because everybody simply wants to go into a white-collar job, forgetting the fact that you can actually have an occupation that is based on your craft and it could work well for you. Now, how much do these go for? This is a female shoes.
Yes, female.
Mike might like this. Well, not for him. I mean, the lady that stood him up yesterday. But what would this cost?
8K only.
8,000 naira. And for the male shoes, like this one, for instance, which is the one I like,
10,000 naira.
10,000 naira. So you're making a killing already.
Yes.
Now, how many of these units do you put out a week with you and your apprentices? How many shoes are you able to put out?
A week or a day?
Okay, let's start with a day.
A day we could do 7, 8 pairs.
Nice. And that's an income of, if you're able to sell all of them, 7 pairs at 10,000 naira each, we're talking about 70,000 naira. So that's plenty. And
Yes.
may I ask how you're able to pay your apprentices? Are they on a training basis with you so you don't have to, you're giving them a skill, aren't you?
Yes, yes, yes. On training basis, yes. And I do basically majority of this job.
Oh, okay.
Yes, especially when it comes to the cutting and the finishing, I take care of it.
And that is very, very precise, as we can see. That's very, very nice. That's good. Well, so for anybody who's out there who wants to start like you started pretty early, and that's very encouraging. What would you say would be the capital that they have to invest? Where can they get their raw materials, for instance? How easy is it to begin? Money-wise, raw materials.
Money-wise, you really do not need much.
Give us an idea.
Okay, I would say with 10K, yes, you can actually make 2 pairs.
Nice.
With 10K, with good materials, of course. You can do something nice with 10K.
Where do you get the material? Where do you get
Moshi, precisely.
Oh.
That's where I go for, whenever I want to go for bulky materials, I go to Moshi. When it's this sharp thing, I go to Agege to get the materials.
There's Mushi, there's Agege. We can also see some of the pictures on our screen right now, some of the product that you've put out there. Very simple, very nice, very precise, and it's very, very nicely done, nicely put together.
Thank
and they're also light and beautiful to look at. One would think that these are from factories, actually, not knowing that they're by hand and here in Lagos and by this young woman who's sitting down right here. Very interesting. So what do you have in mind for the future regarding your brand, Meg Footwears? In
future, regarding Meg Footwear, I've got so much in mind. I want to see myself, I want to see my brand all over. By God's grace, I'm moving.
Nice.
Yes, and I still want to break more barriers. As a barrack girl, I want to.
As a what now?
Barrack girl.
Barrack girl?
Yes.
Which barrack is that?
Ikeja Police.
Ikeja.
Yeah.
Okay.
Highway barracks.
Hey.
Yeah.
There's your people.
Yeah. I want to break barriers, limits. I want to go forward, which I've started already. And I know I'm going places by God's grace.
That's great. Well, hey, Meg, it's been very exciting that you at least an idea of how to get this business started. If you're out there and it's let up, said with 10,000 naira you can even begin. The raw materials are available at Agege and also Mushi, to be precise, if you guys actually want to start. And I'm sure that they could always meet you if they'd like to perhaps maybe learn this trade like I would actually. Thank you very much, Meg. It's been quite an exciting one being with you here inside of SME. Do stay with us because I think we've got something very, very special inside of the kitchen for you. Let's bring you. Yes. Wow. You bring us shoes. We bring you. Come on over. Come on over. Come on over. Well, hang on a second. Let me get that for you.
Okay.
Come on. Come here. Come here. Come here. You bring us shoes. We give you food. And today, it's very exciting food, as you can see.
Yes. Chef Adex has been hard at work here.
Yes, indeed. Do sit. I got you.
Go ahead.
You.
Okay.
There you go. Fantastic.
Good morning. So we have Chef Adex here. He actually put this together for you to try out. So all we need to do is to try it out and let us know exactly what you think about it. So he called this
Breakfast tostada.
breakfast tostada. So do you want to run through a bit on how you prepare this?
Okay. So, like, the first thing is to make the potato bread. Okay.
Yeah, tell him.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So this is usually, tostada is usually made with corn tortilla or flour tortilla. But this one, I decided to make my own version of it, so which I made the base with sweet potato bread.
Okay.
Then
Go ahead.
I made refried plantain beans. Then that is plus avocado. Then toasted tomato and onion.
Toasted
Then,
tomato and onion.
Yeah.
then sunny side up egg.
Honestly, this combo is
talking.
interesting. Please have a taste. Please have a taste.
Going on.
Go ahead.
So there's a lot going on in there.
Tomatoes I'd like
But
to try.
there's something special about Chef Adex. He always wants to take you to another country.
While leaving you in Lagos.
That is my job.
Sorry,
So,
what's this?
okay, that is the refried beans
Refried beans.
with plantain. I did it our style.
Amazing stuff.
Oh, this tastes nice.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad. Okay then, so at this point we have to say thank you to everyone who was a part of the show today.
I'm really enjoying this.
You know, she's having a blast.
I really enjoyed this.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
And he's having a blast as well.
Thank you so much.
Well, that's it, guys. Thank you very much for joining us for a Monday edition. Here's hoping that we've gotten your week started off on the right foot. We'll be back again tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the weekend. Yay!
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.